Trump has done it again, gang. He's just made a huge announcement that promises to shake up the 2024 election like never before. And I'm going to show you exactly why it's such a game changer for politics as we've known it for decades. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, if you would, please share this video with friends and family. We are once again being suppressed by big tech, so I need your help to get the hopeful message of this channel out to as many people as possible. So it is now official. President Trump has announced that he will once again skip the upcoming waste of time GOP debates, and this time he will counter those debates by appearing at a rally for striking auto workers in Michigan. Now, this is absolutely gigantic, and we need to fully appreciate just what kind of political game changer this really is. I mean, first off, as far as the primary debates are concerned, I mean, they're nothing more than an artificial attempt at keeping donor money flowing into the pockets of politicians and their advisors. That's the only reason why these debates are happening in the first place. I mean, politically speaking, these debates are dead as a doornail. I mean, they literally mean nothing. Even the ultra left-wing outlet, The Nation, recognizes that GOP debates without the guy leading by upwards of 60 points is the very definition of pointless. And that's so key here. I mean, what we're seeing here in terms of Trump's lead in the primaries is just simply historically unprecedented. No candidate has ever seen this kind of lead in an open primary. And no candidate with even half his lead has gone on to lose the primary. Again, just to underscore how dominant Trump is right now, if you look at the RCP aggregate polling, around this time back in 2015, the last time we had a major open GOP primary, at the beginning of September that year, Trump had a 12-point advantage over the pack. Very significant. Of course, he went on to win the nomination. Back in September of 2011, Romney had a plus 1.8 advantage. If we go all the way back to 2007, Rudy Giuliani was actually leading the pack with a plus 10 advantage. So in the last three major GOP primaries around this time, the leader was either plus 12, plus 2, or plus 10. Right now, as we speak, according to the latest Wall Street Journal poll, Trump is beating DeSantis 59-13. Trump is leading the pack basically by 50 points. This isn't a primary. This is a slaughter. This is why President Trump isn't even remotely bothering himself with these stupid, ridiculous, waste of time, donor class GOP debates. There's just no point. So now the question is, what is he going to do instead? Now, for the last debate, which was a ratings disaster as compared to the first primary debate that featured Trump back in 2016, that got 3 times the views as this one a few weeks back. Part of the reason for that is that everybody was watching Trump getting interviewed by Tucker Carlson. Even Elon Musk points out that the views for Tucker's interview with Trump now exceeds the population of the United States. I mean, we're talking hundreds of millions of views. And Fox News is groveling for Trump to give up one of his nights to participate in this pathetic, pointless debate that no one would otherwise watch. So that's the first significant thing to get here. Trump knows he has this nomination wrapped up. The voting is just a formality at this point. But it's what he has planned for countering the second debate that's really of most significant here. This is a game changer like never before, and I'm going to show you exactly why. But first, gang, how many UFC fans do we have out there? We know that the one and only Donald John Trump is a huge UFC fan, as are the fighters of him. But have you ever wondered what they do to manage their pain? Well, you don't have to, because a fellow patriot and a very good friend of this channel is precisely the one who provides relief to that pain, and he's here to do the same for you. Gang, we're all getting older, and we know that aches and pains are normal, but they don't have to be. And that's where the groundbreaking medical scientist Clint Winters comes in. You've seen Clint on Fox. You've seen him a number of times on this channel. He's a world-renowned health expert who's unveiled a natural pain reliever that's taking the world by storm. Gang, it's called Kano CB2. Kano CB2. It's the 100% drug-free way to get full-body pain relief without dangerous meds. And it is the official pain reliever for the fighters in the UFC. And the best news, Kano CB2 has no documented side effects after years of private testing. It's absolutely the future of pain relief. So whatever you do, make sure to click on that link below and check out Clint's amazingly informative report on how Kano CB2 is changing lives by providing safe and powerful relief at a fraction of the cost of pain pills. Click on that link below right now. As many of you know, the United Auto Workers are currently striking against the big three automakers, General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler parent Stellantis. It's the first time they've staged a full-blown strike on all three at the same time. And they're threatening to strike more plants if their demands are not met. They're striking at least in part, in large part, in concern over the impact green and electric vehicle initiatives are having on the U.S. manufacturing industry, given that so much of the green tech is currently being manufactured overseas in China. Trump has already issued his support for the striking auto workers, saying, quote, "The United Auto Workers are being sold the drain with this all-electric car scheme. Those crudes will be made in China under Joe's China First policy. Auto workers, vote for Trump. I'll make you a winner and rich. If your leaders won't support me, vote them out of office now. With Democrats and Crooked Joe calling the shots, you'll be unemployed and underemployed within 4 years. Remember, Biden is a crook, paid millions of dollars by China and others. He is the Manchurian candidate." Now, this is precisely why the Democrats and the establishment are so freaked out over Trump. In 2016, Trump officially transformed the Republican base into a thoroughly blue-collar working class base. White working class voters, manufacturing workers, factory workers, who historically voted exclusively Democrat, defected in droves to vote for Trump in both 2016 and 2020. I never get tired of citing the stat from the 2016 election. There were nearly 200 counties that had voted for the Democratic presidential candidate in every single election since 1984, often by a 20-point margin, that suddenly swung over and voted for Trump by a comparable 20-point margin. We're talking county after county in Michigan, Iowa, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, even Minnesota. That voted for Mondale and then Dukakis and Clinton twice and Al Gore and Kerry and Obama twice. All of a sudden, to the shock of pollsters and pundits alike, they didn't see it coming. These counties turned around and voted for Trump, some by a 20-point margin, which represents, of course, a 40-point swing to the nationalist populist right. Hillary Clinton lost the white working class vote so badly that even if she got Barack Obama's level of the black vote, she still would have lost. But now Axios is reporting that the Democrats are officially losing ground fundamentally with the non-white working class. Remember, Obama won non-white working class voters by a whopping 67-point margin in 2012. He pummeled Romney by nearly 70 points with non-white working class voters, Latinos, blacks, etc. In 2020, Biden beat Trump by an overwhelming 48-point margin among non-white working class voters. But you see it's going down, right? But now, according to the latest New York Times Siena poll, Biden's lead over Trump with this once overwhelming Democrat constituency has dropped to just 16 points, 49 to 33. The Democrat margin for non-white working class voters has plummeted from 70% to now just 16% in a matter of 10 years. So what so many inside the Beltway types don't get, what so many in the Republican donor class don't get, is that this election, 2024, ultimately comes down to the Rust Belt. Rich Barris of the People's Pundit, he's been saying this over and over again for months now. Forget Virginia, forget New Hampshire, forget Colorado, forget all that. It doesn't matter who the Republican candidate is. They're not going to win those states. Red states are going to vote red. Blue states are going to vote blue. This election comes down to the Rust Belt states. The working class states of Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Georgia, and only one Republican candidate is absolutely crushing it with the working class, both white and non-white working class, and that is the one and only Donald John Trump. He is the working class candidate. No one else, including Biden. Not DeSantis, not Pence, not Christie. No one other than Trump. This is why he's being indicted. This is why the ultra-leftists over at MSNBC are having live on-air meltdowns. The working class wants the foundation of the Democrat coalition, has shattered that coalition, and has aligned itself fully with Trump. And this rally with the United Auto Workers is only going to solidify that political realignment, one that promises to finally crush the Democrats in 2024. Are you ready to join the resistance? Because I'm leading a group of dedicated, courageous patriots who can lead a spearhead into the heart of the secular globalist establishment. We punished Bud Light and Target, driven CNN and the legacy media to near bankruptcy, forced BlackRock to backtrack on ESG, and now we're seeing our conservative-dominated Supreme Court ending affirmative action and protecting religious liberty. In my Insiders Club, I show you concrete steps to take locally and online that will only keep this mass uprising going until the battle is won. Don't wait. Click the link in my description below and join my Courageous Patriots Insiders Club today.